It is not I, but Christ who suffers in me. During Lent, two crosses are united in one, Christ's and ours. His, because the Son of Man, rejected by his own, would suffer much and be crucified. Ours, because those who follow him, rejecting themselves, will have to take up each day the cross of their own sufferings and penances. On this Thursday after Ash Wednesday, two crosses are united in one, Christ's and ours. His, because the Son of Man, rejected by his own, would suffer much and be crucified. Ours, because those who follow him, rejecting themselves, will have to take up each day the cross of their own sufferings. For he is not worthy of being called a Christian who wants a Christ without a cross. But neither would it be wise to want a cross without Christ, because it is in union with the Lord's sufferings that the meaninglessness of life and the sweetness and bitterness of the disciples gain meaning. Christians, in fact, are not lovers of suffering for its own sake, as some think, but lovers of suffering because of the one who suffered and sanctified it for us. And so there is this difference between the suffering of the world and our suffering. The world, because it does not believe, suffers without understanding why it suffers. We, because we have faith, suffer, but loving and knowing why we suffer. And so great is the love that a Christian finds in suffering, that it is no longer he who suffers, but Christ who suffers for him. An example of this is the case of the holy martyr Felicitas, who was imprisoned by the Roman authorities when she was already 8 months pregnant, since the laws of the empire did not permit the delivery of a woman about to give birth to wild beasts. The prison guard wanted to add this mockery to Felicitas' pains while she was giving birth. For if she suffered so much while giving birth in prison, with what courage would she soon face the torments of the arena? To which she replied that in prison it was she who suffered the pains of childbirth. But once she was taken to the circus, it was Christ who would suffer in her until he gave birth to her. This is the great mystery that accompanies us throughout Lent, whose penances and mortifications, as we saw yesterday, are carried out in the family, together with the strength of the arms and the richness of the merits of the whole Church, and which are, as we see today, also joys and loves, because it is not we, but Christ who suffers and endures them, in order to give us birth for eternity. God bless you.